Hi. Hello, it's me, DL. And look at that. Welcome to Tales of a Double Virgo, episode 3. The day that I stopped running. This was a powerful day for me. Actually, I think it was a series of days, all leading up to the shift that ultimately happened within me. Yay! Because of it. I've never really considered myself a runner. Like, oh, it's getting all hard, I'm going to run. It's not quite like that, moving from place to place or job to job. However, I have noticed, especially now looking back throughout my life, that when things trigger an uncomfortable emotional response within me, I can very easily say, see you later, I'm out of here. And just drop the whole situation, the whole everything. Bye-bye, I'm done. Now, I always thought that was part of my ability to let go and go with the flow and just not have things in my life that don't serve me anymore. Things or people or situations or what have you. So this particular episode that I'm sharing with you, I had a thing come up with a friend, and the thing triggered this really intense emotional response within me. So much bigger than the situation. I was consumed by this wave of emotion, wondering where the hell it came from and why is it there. So my initial reaction or my initial response to that trigger was to run. See you, bye-bye. Okay, I'm done here. I guess I'm done here. This time, however, I decided that I said, wait a minute, stop right there. Stop right there, put on the brakes. I actually don't want to run. I happen to really love this person. And I said no. I said no to my inner automatic response, my autopilot. I said no. I stopped. I recognized that it had nothing to do with the interaction or the relationship or the other person. And this is something I know. I know that people and situations in life all mirror back to us what we have within. But to feel it on this level, this deeper level, totally like shifted something. So I took some space. I really dove into this place that I was feeling, this feeling place, and discovered that there was, in fact, an origin, a time in my life that this particular pattern was born. It was actually born out of an experience. And during that first experience of feeling similar to that, I chose to. So then throughout my life, when things come up that put me in an uncomfortable emotional place, I walk away. And I'm not saying that I walk away from everything and that I don't embrace any challenges and that I don't acknowledge any of my emotions that come up. I'm just saying that this was such a powerful wave that was triggered. It's not the other person. It has nothing to do with the other person. It has nothing to do with the situation, the content, the whatever it is. It has everything to do with you, with me, and what that situation has triggered within me to rise up, to be dealt with. And we all deal with our things in our own special way, our own unique way of dealing with our issues. So the day I stopped running took me on a different path, put me on a different lane of my life highway that leads me down to some other future. I often see time like that and see my life that way, is that maybe it's a 10-lane highway. And there's all these choices about which lane you can drive yourself in. I've been in the same lane for a long time. People are beeping at me like, get off the road. Constantly showing me through all these experiences and these relationships that I need to move in another lane. It wasn't till I fully recognized my own pattern and was willing to say, stop right there, that I then morphed and shifted into this different version of me that now has a different trajectory in my life, pointing to a different future. This is how miracles happen. This is a miracle, is just simply changing lanes. We often, within that lane changing, have to acknowledge something or choose to react or feel a different way, which we can do, people. How we feel and what goes through our head and all that stuff that happens, it doesn't have to be the same every time. We can actually say, stop right there. And say, actually, I'd like to change lanes. I'd like to experience this. I want to stay and go deeper into this, whatever it is, this life experience. And in that, you totally transform, you morph into a totally different version of you. Woohoo! Because my intention is always for my life, is to be the best version of me possible. So when you set that intention, life's going to give you those opportunities in order to make that happen. Life's going to say, hey, why don't you change lanes today? And sometimes we're like, no way, no fucking way. I'm staying right here. I'm white knuckling in this lane. I don't care how fast the traffic's going on either side of us. I don't care how slow I'm going. I don't care if I'm clogging up the arteries of my life highway. So, moral of the story, Tales of a Double Virgo, episode 3, is, are you a runner? What do you just totally contract away from? What if you instead chose to expand into? Take note. Pay attention. Observe yourself. Ask others. Chances are, if you have people in your life that you allow in, they know these things about you. We can't always take in and digest and make changes from what someone else says unless we experience it, unless we are willing to say, okay, that's something that I'm going to pay attention to. And then you invite in the experience based on your desire to change lanes. And then you can stop running. You can actually dramatically change your experience by your willingness to change your reaction. Change your reaction. Choose a different reaction. Oh my gosh, is that really possible? Can you really do that? Can you like change how you feel about something? Yeah, you totally can. You can go from having an extreme trigger to having total neutrality and peace. Once you've worked through it, once you've looked at it, sometimes all it needs is acknowledgement. Hey, look at me. I've been here for a long time, hanging out in your body and your experience. Look at me. Thank you for being with me today and sharing this time. My personal freak show. Tales of a Double Virgo. I'm sharing my experience with you, hoping that it may jiggle something loose, that it may resonate with you, that you can then take that into your own life and watch yourself change lanes. Many blessings, much love, big hug and kisses. Take good care. See you next time.